Hi everybody, my name is Jake Martak, and today I am going to talk about the cybersecurity attack that happened on the PlayStation Network back in 2011. If you were a PlayStation user back in 2011, you might remember a 3.5 week period where all of the online services to the PlayStation Network were completely shut down. After a few days, eventually, PSN notified their users that the PlayStation Network had been breached, and a few days later, they let the users know the extent of the breach. But even though after that, there was still a 2 week period where still the services were completely shut down. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you about the timeline of the attack, the general aspects of the attack, and a specific mistake that PSN made, or Sony made, during this attack that they could have done differently to prevent a worse attack. Now, first, let's talk about the timeline of the attack itself. Between April 17th and April 19th in 2011, an unknown hacker group that was believed to be anonymous, but it was not confirmed, exploited the vulnerabilities in Sony's network servers. The hackers used an SQL injection to gain access to over 77 million users' personal data. This data included their usernames, their real names, their dates of birth, account information such as usernames and passwords, and any other personal data that was on the online servers. A few days after, Sony notified the attack on April 20th, and they shut down the servers without closing the breach initially. 2 days later, Sony publicly admitted that their online network was breached. And then 3 days after that, on April 25th, Sony revealed the extent of the security breach. Overall, 24 days after the initial breach on May 14th, PlayStation services were officially returned. Now, due to this breach, millions of PlayStation users lost their online digital information and purchases. Sony faced multiple lawsuits, and the total cost of all the lawsuits plus reparation to their own company estimated to around $171 million. Now, from my perspective, if I were to highlight one thing Sony did wrong originally, was that they shut down the servers without closing the breach. Though the servers were down, the hackers were still inside the servers. And if it was me, I would have made sure to close the breach as fast as possible. Now, again, my name is Jake Martak, and I thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Take care.